Hey, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Time for our chamber chat. But before we get into the chamber chat, Coxy and Jessica are here, and Jeffrey and I have been talking about disaster movies.
Oh, no
and
thanks.
Some of our favorite disaster movies. Natural disasters, tall buildings on fire disasters, ocean-going disasters, or airplane disasters. Do you have a favorite genre of disaster movie?
I like to sleep well at night. I don't partake.
You don't watch the disaster movies?
Probably the one that would go for me would be the natural disaster movies, because I feel like you could learn something.
Okay. Okay.
You know, because you can't control a natural disaster, right? So
supposedly,
if you can learn something from these folks, even though it's Hollywood. But remember, what was the one where everything froze up in New York and they were walking on the frozen...
Day After Tomorrow.
Yes.
I just watched that last night.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Is that why we're talking about this? That one was good, actually.
Yeah.
I got cold. I had to, snuggle up in a blanket because it looked cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Superstorms gather together and we enter a new ice age.
Yes.
No.
They had to walk to something. What was it? They had to make it to the library in New York.
Yes. Well, the lead character's kid was stuck in the library in New York.
That's right.
And so he was going to walk all the way from Washington, D.C. to rescue him.
Yeah.
I like Men in Black. Does that count?
Well, that's an alien disaster movie. I don't know if it was... I guess it's kind of a disaster.
I need comic relief.
Okay.
Maybe Twister was a classic.
Oh,
That had some
love that
comic
movie.
There's your
relief.
natural disaster movie.
Yeah. But man, it scarred me for life. I watched it too young.
Really?
I was very scared.
Man, I loved it. I even had it had a really, really good soundtrack. I had the soundtrack.
Shania Twain.
Was it Shania?
So good.
I remember the Bush song.
I don't
Anyway.
remember any of the songs.
Oh, I had that DVD. Or, not DVD,
The only thing I
CD.
thought was stupid about that movie, I mean, it's the premise, okay, we're tracking tornadoes and they're tearing up the country. I understand that. But the only thing that I thought was crazy was that how do you get to the drive-in and not know there's a ginormous tornado that's coming, and then you dump into that old warehouse building and survive? I mean, that seemed a little bit far-fetched, but you know.
My far-fetched part was when they tied themselves to the pole at the end.
Yeah.
And didn't blow away.
Yeah. But
It's
that
awesome,
was
though.
Very popular movie. And then there was the tornado movie that came out a couple years ago. And in that one, you had it's a Hemi guy, plays a stupid redneck that gets sucked up into the tornadoes. And then at the very end, like the post-credit scene, they're in a tree. They survived spinning around a tornado. And they're in the tree and they're going, wow, that was awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
A couple of drunk rednecks.
Someone said movies that scarred you for life. Speaking of this, someone posted on Facebook about this yesterday. And a friend of mine put Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Really? Well, I guess
so creepy.
Flying monkeys would be...
The monkeys were a big deal. But that's also a tornado movie.
That's right. That's right.
It could be both.
I think Lana said the Poseidon Adventure. I can't remember if she was allowed to go to the Poseidon Adventure or the Poseidon Adventure messed her up on anything with water, people drowning.
Is Titanic considered a...
Well, it was a disaster. A lot of people died. And then there was the original movie, A Night to Remember, and then, of course, the James Cameron movie that I can say I have never seen.
What? I saw that in theaters, and you even had to get an intermission because they had to switch out the...
Wait, the Titanic? You've never seen?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but no, I've never sat down and actually watched the movie.
I mean, it's 3 hours.
Because I know what happens at the end. The boat sinks and a bunch of people die.
It is. It's a really good movie. It gives you emotional...
It's intimate.
Insight into what...
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we all know what happened, right? It's history.
Yeah.
But...
Right.
There's a real story.
Yeah,
there.
like
it's
very well cool to see the different... And the hoity-toity people that were on it and you know, things like that. I don't know. I liked it. Even though it is Hollywood, I still liked it.
Yeah, well, Cameron made a lot of money off of that. And, of course, he found the Titanic. He's the one that had the mission that...
Oh, really?
That actually found it on the ocean floor.
Do we think what is it called? The heart of...
That's fake.
It was.
The heart.
I
wasn't
think
real.
it was. You got to watch the movie, Gene. Everyone else knows what we're talking about.
Okay.
The heart.
Okay.
Also a good soundtrack. My
Yes.
girl Celine.
Celine Dion.
Okay. Well, very good. All right. Well, we were just talking about disaster movies earlier because was kind of bored last night and I watched
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow. Just to be reminded of how the environmentalist wackos are telling us that we're ruining the earth and we're causing the next ice age, as if we have anything really to say about it.
Right.
Yeah. I think we can screw up the environment. We can make it very nasty to try to live in it, but can we cause an ice age? I don't think we
know.
can. I don't think we can cause an ice age.
That's above my pay grade.
Yep. Anyway, what's going on?
Man, we just got done with our Clays Crusher event this past weekend.
How did that go?
Amazing.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. It was great weather.
Yes.
We had some storm clouds roll through in the afternoon, but
Cool
it
breeze.
didn't rain out at the... I heard it rained in town, or sprinkled
Saturday.
but
Yeah.
we did not get any at the shooting range.
I was
We
in
had
El
to-
Paso
Oh,
at a mall
Yuck.
full of people.
I'm so sorry.
was that awesome?
I'm so used to watching these dead mall videos
Yeah.
that when I went to an actual mall that wasn't dead, that was full of people,
Wow.
I
How
was
cool.
shocked. Yeah.
What were you doing there? Just shopping?
Buying a router.
Oh, exciting
So
for you.
going... So was
And
there
then
like
Lana
a
got
Best
to-
Buy inside this mall or something? Is that-
Apple Store.
Oh, a router? An Apple router?
Ooh.
No, they don't make routers anymore, but Linksys makes a router that Apple sells.
Bougie.
So I had to get the Linksys Apple sold router. I had to do it. Anyway, Lana got to have a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yes, now we're
she's
talking.
Never eaten at Chick-fil-A before. So. Well, where is there a Chick-fil-A around here?
Y'all travel.
No, we don't.
You don't.
No.
What did she think?
She actually likes the KFC chicken sandwich, and she's going to try a Popeyes chicken sandwich, and so we can do the comparison between KFC, McDonald's, Popeyes, and Chick-fil-A.
Here's the important question.
Okay.
Did she have Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yes, but
Okay.
you can buy that at Finn's.
Yes, you can. It's a staple in our refrigerator. My kiddo
See?
will not have chicken nuggets without Chick-fil-A sauce.
There
Does
you
it
go.
taste the same?
Yeah.
I've been skeptical.
Yes, and I know how
Okay.
to make it on a whim if you're ever somewhere.
Okay. So there you go. So yeah, so she liked the chicken sandwich, but
You
now
can
we're going to
sell
try a Popeyes chicken sandwich, and then we like the McDonald's one, and we like the KFC one, and so we'll kind of have a rating. And then before we left town, we stopped at Cane's
Nice.
and got some chicken tenders.
Yummy.
Now, they don't have those around here either.
There's a new one in Lubbock, right by campus.
They have a bunch in Lubbock, and they have a bunch in Albuquerque, and they've got a few in Cruces and El Paso, but
Can I buy that sauce at Finn's?
No.
no, and that is awesome sauce.
Can you make that sauce on a whim?
No. I don't know what they put in there. Cane sauce.
Anyway, that's where we were. I was in El Paso buying a router at a mall. I was shocked was full of people.
What took you to El Paso? That
Apple Store.
particular thing.
Apple Store.
Is it closer than Albuquerque Apple Store?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
How much closer?
good to know.
60 miles, 80
Whoa.
miles.
Wow.
Something like that.
Wow.
El Paso is booming. I was
It's a
really
big town.
amazed at just how, the construction and the stores and how many stores there were and all the new neighborhoods that are being built. And then we went to the mall and couldn't find a parking place in the mall. And it's like, what's
Wow.
going on here? This is crazy. So we wound up parking way out on the far reaches of the parking lot past the Macy's and went through the Macy's, and I had my picture taken with Jeffrey.
Oh,
They brought back, I don't know who they are.
Jeffrey, like the one right over here?
No, not that Jeffrey, the
Oh.
other Jeffrey. The Toys R Us Jeffrey.
Oh, the giraffe.
Yeah, they actually brought back
Oh my goodness.
a little toy store, a Toys R Us toy store inside the Macy's. Joffrey, I'm sorry.
Joffrey.
The
Yeah.
giraffe.
That was so
Joffrey.
sad when that thing went bankrupt and they had that
I know.
video clip of Joffrey walking off into the sunset,
Oh. They have a Toys R Us at that mall?
Yeah, they're starting
in
to
the
bring
Macy's.
them back.
They're like
Little
inside the
pods. like pod
Really?
stores,
We
yeah.
love Toys R Us.
Yeah. So, you can see behind me there all the toys.
Wow.
They had all the shelves of toys.
That's
so
a
it's
big
cute.
one.
so it's not
That
in.
couch looks a little small for you, Gene.
Let me see.
It's like a kid couch.
It is a kid couch. Yes.
His knees are into his ears.
Cute.
Yeah. What you didn't see is me trying to get up after
Yes.
sitting down there. But no, it was weird to see a mall full of people. You know,
Yeah, that would be weird.
it was crazy. So I'm glad you guys had a good time with the Clay's Crusher.
We had a great time.
We had a
Who won?
good time.
Did anybody win, or were there winners and losers? Or?
There was a best of the best and best of the rest.
Oh, you should have brought your poems.
I wrote poems for these people. It
Okay.
was awesome.
They're very good.
So who's the best of the best?
The best of the best in the morning rotation was Kevin Klein
Okay.
with I feel like it was a 68. He shot 68 out of 70 targets, which is,
That's pretty good.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then in the afternoon rotation, we had 5 teams go out of 5 teams of 5, which is a bigger afternoon rotation for us. And our best of the best in the afternoon was 57 out
Okay.
of 70 targets. Ransom Spencer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for them. And then what about the best of the rest?
Best of the rest is kind of middle of the road. I don't remember who those ones were.
Okay. No big deal.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
But they get a little prize from us, it isn't a toilet bowl over your head, but the best of they each for this year, they got a case of shotgun shells.
And it
New or used?
New.
repackaged, refurbished.
Yeah, no. Oh man, but it was a good day. We
Good
had
day.
a good time. We had over 200 shooters.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, that was awesome.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, we had an awesome taco truck for lunch that was sponsored. Yeah, it was
A good time.
really good time.
Good.
We had a couple hiccups, but
Not
You
really.
know, everybody-
I didn't ask you about that. You
Hardly
didn't have to
noticeable.
Say that.
See, and I think I'm just taking it.
It was
I am
hardly
hard of her.
noticeable. She's the only
so
one who knew
sweet.
it.
Yeah. I mean, like the football broadcast Friday night.
Yep.
People on social media, the video froze at the end of the first quarter, which is okay because I think we were winning at that point and we should have just stopped right there.
Gone home,
According to us, we won.
right?
But not to the people watching on the website.
Oh, interesting.
But the people on the social media were concerned. And so we had to stop the broadcast and then restart the broadcast, which then interrupted everybody that was
The
watching
online.
on the website, so we could keep the stupid social media, not the people on social media, but the stupid social media,
Yes.
keep those viewers happy. So,
Well,
and then somebody, I guess, complained on Facebook, accused us of not being prepared.
oh,
Haters
you-
gonna hate
did
Gene.
you ask
know.
them if they need a job? Come help out?
Somebody stepped up to our defense, which I was very
Good.
nice to see.
Good.
And they said, if you're so blankety blank smart, then why don't you blankety blank,
Awesome.
you know?
Good.
Blankety blanks, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It even made Robbie blush.
Ooh.
Good. I'm glad.
Cool.
Thank you for the traffic updates too. I think yours saved us. We detoured just in time.
Yeah,
'Cause we
that
saw
was
yours, so thank you.
crazy. Really bad accident.
Do we know what happened still or not yet?
No.
No.
Well, I'm sure.
They do.
They
Someone
do.
knows.
But at 529, where it hits the Hobbs Highway there was a really, really bad accident. And our crew had left really early because, after all, we're not prepared to do
Right,
these
right,
things.
right,
You
right.
know?
You're not
So
professional.
we weren't there
You're
two and a
not-
half hours before the game.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, you
Right.
don't plan for potential.
hauling
Hiccups.
tubs of equipment up the stairs because there's no elevator.
Right.
You know, we weren't.
God bless you, Gene.
You know, we just showed up at the last minute and go, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, let's broadcast this football game. Who's playing again?
Haters gonna hate. We love you, Gene. Y'all are awesome.
Well, I understand. I mean, it's not good when something gets interrupted. That's a bad thing. But it's not like we weren't trying.
Right.
Right.
But any case, we were there ahead of time when I got the first call. You know, where are you? Well, we're at the stadium. You know, which was a good thing because we were ahead of the crash.
Mm-hmm.
But and then the game up until the end of the third quarter was pretty close, and then all of a sudden, let me ask you this: were you at the game Friday night?
No, but she was.
You were at the game Friday night. What'd you think of the lights? It's an interesting thing because what they did, they had LED lights instead of the traditional lights like we have here. And whenever Hobbs scored a touchdown or an extra point or won the game, they'd flash the lights like the lights were doing the wave around the stadium, which was kind of freaking out a bunch of folks because you didn't know if you hadn't been there, hadn't experienced, didn't know what was going on. It was kind of freaky.
Could that give someone a seizure?
That's what.
We were wondering about that. It's a neat effect,
Sure.
but that's what we were worried about. I think Jeffrey had headaches the next day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when you see that notice at the beginning of movies, like could cause seizures, and then I don't notice hardly anything. So that seemed way more intense than some movies.
How many times did it like wave around?
Well, there was a lot of scoring.
69 points.
Oh, you mean like at a time? It would do like different crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Probably 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It felt longer than it probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
man.
watch the video, you can see it gets light and dark as they're cycling through that thing. It's a neat effect, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
And then we didn't help any by letting them score a bunch.
Their
Well,
cannon
aren't
was
they-
intense too.
Aren't they 6A?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a good team. No question about that. We'll see what happens when they play Roswell Friday night.
Oh.
And they won't be flashing the lights there. Because if they do, they'll turn them off. Then they have to suspend the game for 30 minutes while they
3
wait for the
hours
lights.
straight there.
Yeah. No lights flashing.